What's up, guys? Chris from Vega Home Realty here. Today, I'm going to talk to you about my first year in real estate. Here we go. What's up, guys? Chris here from Vega Home Realty team, and today I'm going to talk to you about my first year in real estate as a part-time agent. So I have my notes, and let's get into it. One, let's talk about personalities, right? So about my personality is I'm pretty much a go-getter, right? You show me something once, I can pretty much get it. With my job and my military background and my LEO background, there was a lot of paperwork, a lot of procedures, a lot of things you have to do in sequence, and I'm just one of those guys that likes to be organized. So I have a big thing with organization. When I first got into real estate, I said to myself, okay, what is all the paperwork I need to do to get a transaction done step by step, from the first document all the way to the last where it closes? And that's what I did. I wrote it all down, and I go by that, right? Let me just put that back up. Oops. And then, I also created folders to keep track of everything, a daily log kind of thing. And also, really quick, inside I have all my documents when I got them, dated, and what document and all that other stuff. Because there is paperwork that you need that. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. There is paperwork that you need to get signed, and it has to be signed. So my personality is I'm very organized. That's one thing. And I'm a people person because of my jobs in the past. I've dealt with a lot of people, different situations. I'm a very structured individual. Okay. So if you're not like that, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard because you just need, if you've never been organized or if you've never really done that type of stuff, you need to learn how to do that. And I guess because of my old jobs or my jobs that I've had, that I've learned how to do those things, and that's why I am the way I am. So like I said, you show me something once, I got it, and that's all I really need. That's why I'm an independent real estate agent. I work for a brokerage, but I don't really work with anybody. In particular, I have, some family members that I, work with hand in hand, but we're in different brokerages. So that's pretty much my personality. Very organized. Show me once and I got it, Let's talk about brokerage really quick. Depending on your personality, I guess, right? And depending on your situation financially, you definitely need to pick a certain type of brokerage, okay? Now, I know that some people say that, if you do this full time, you should save up money, this and that. I'm talking as a part-time real estate agent in my experiences, okay? So, if you do this full time, it's going to be a lot different. It's not going to be the same. Maybe later on I'll do an interview with my cousin that became a full-time real estate agent and his experiences. So, but for me, this is just a part-time video real quick. If you got a full-time job, this is part-time, right? So when you're looking for brokerages, there's brokerage fees, right? They split, it's a commission split. Right? So you have to go what's reasonable with you, right? You need training, yes, but let's not get it twisted. With this day and age, there's a lot of training on YouTube. I know training is very important. I'm a big advocate of training, right? I always think that people should be training in their profession because there's always something new to learn. You don't know it all, trust me. So I think training is very key, but with so much free videos out there from real estate agents that have experience, that have knowledge, and, that have done those deals that they can talk about, you could watch those videos. You could watch those videos and learn. I mean, real estate is not a physical job, it's a mental job. If you could be mentally sound in your real estate deals, then you're good. So I think, the training aspect, when someone says, oh, what is 50% of zero, then it's zero, right? And then they said that you should get training, even a little bit of money you get from learning from somebody. I get that, I really do. But I think that if you're someone like me that's a go-getter and you're not shy to talk to people and you can kind of get things done, I think you have to take in consideration commission split. I was at a brokerage and I was there for a year, and it was great. They had a great system and everything. I liked it, but it didn't make sense to me financial wise. I'm a numbers guy, right? So it didn't make numbers didn't make sense to me. I'm doing all the work, but I'm giving you a big chunk of my commission. Where I rather go to an agency that provides pretty much the same system. It's a different system, but the same system, and they take less, and there's more financial gain from it. So it just makes more sense. Training is key, yes, but real estate is not that hard once you get the hang of it. I think that the hardest part is just kind of talking to people, right? Once you know all the paperwork, which is not a lot, and you know how to talk to people, it is what it is, and you're not going to learn it until you do it. So you can watch all the videos and people could tell you what to do and everything else. Until you start doing it, it's not gonna do anything for you. And everybody on the videos say anyway to practice doing listings and talking to people with other real estate agents. So as long as you have another real estate agent or a family member that can help you out, I don't see why you need to go to a brokerage that has all this crazy training that you can't even go to because you have a daytime job, right? So a lot of these brokerages, they do their training before COVID happened. Now everything's on Zoom, but even then, so it doesn't make any sense to join a brokerage that all the training is from 9 to 5 and you can't go because you work 9 to 5. All right, so I digress on that. Let's move on. When you are in a brokerage, a lot of times they'll give you like an email and they'll give you a database that you could put everything into that database and everything. I at first thought it was good. I'm realizing now going to another brokerage, so I'm glad I kind of really didn't do that. I recommend that, they give you their own brokerage email. That's great, but create your own, right? Have that that independent email, like mine is vegahomerealty.com. vegahomerealty@gmail.com. So everywhere I go, I could take that email with me. So if I go from brokerage to brokerage, it doesn't matter because I have the same email, and it's good because your clients can always contact you. If you use their, the brokerage email, if you're not with that brokerage anymore, you're not going to probably get that email from them. So if a client wants to recommend you or, referral, they can't do it because you're not with that brokerage anymore. So I recommend that you create your own email and take that with you throughout your career and kind of dedicate that email to your real estate career. The other thing too is if you want to keep a database, a really good spot is the MLS system. The MLS just updated to one key, and it has where you could put your client's information in there and address. So it's kind of almost like keeping all your client's information on there. I create folders like I showed you. So I have, a paper trail and I have it also on the MLS. Some brokers, they have a database that you can put your client's information into their database, which is not a bad thing, but if you change brokerage, unless you have an Excel sheet or somewhere else that you keep track of that stuff, now it's kind of like lost information unless you're going to start now just before you leave, you copy everybody down, this and that. So, back in the day, everyone used to keep their own on an Excel sheet. The MLS kind of does it for you. And the MLS it's good because you pay for that. That's yours. That's your MLS. So you pay yearly for that or however you pay for it in your area. And that's yours. As long as you keep it up, you're good. And if you're in the business, you're not going anywhere. So I would say keep your contacts in your MLS. It just works out better that way in the long run. Okay. We talked about training a little bit already. Like I said, there's a ton of YouTube videos out there. Just, you can watch your YouTube videos. It's not anything that you have to go crazy about. People are doing this job, and is there some things that you're going to have to ask somebody? Yes, of course you're going to. And that's when you join a brokerage, that's what that broker's for. Even if they don't really provide training, you could call them up about a certain situation. They should be able to answer it. That's their job, right? That's why they get that part of that commission. So, training, yes. Next thing is, just also on training real quick. When for me, I have a really great lawyer. I have a really great loan officer that I work with. I have an inspector I work with. That's awesome. I have a group of professionals that help me with my real estate transactions, right? So, you know, I could always bounce off of them too, because those are professionals that deal with their subject. So if I have a question about inspections, if I have a question about this, I have a question about, you know, lawyers or loan stuff, I go to the professional. You know, if I go to a real estate agent, sometimes they don't know the question, they don't know the answer. You know, if I ask them a loan question, I'm like, I really don't know. That's not my forte. So, you know, training and all that stuff you could get from YouTube, you could get from other agents, of course, but you can also get from other professionals. Don't be that guy that says, oh, I don't want to ask him because I'm embarrassed because I didn't know. I'm not that guy. I'll ask you. Trust me. I'll go to you. I'll call you up and say, yo, I don't know something. I need this explained to me. Can you explain it to me? And sometimes the loan officer likes that because you're showing that you're not, you know, ignorant to learn something. You know, you're willing to learn something that you don't know. And it's good because if they could show you something that might help them, or they can explain something that they do that, you know, agents kind of annoy them by doing something different, you know, it just helps, and it just builds better relationships that way. Mother ducker. All right, so lights went off again. Sorry, using my computer as a light. Zillow, really quick. I think, you know, a lot of people will say Zillows are no good. I'm not saying it's the best, but it works for me in the sense that I'm a part-time agent. I get calls that come to me. I pay into Zillow monthly, into a zip code. You know, if you want to know more about how Zillow works, hit me up in the comments section. Also, while I'm talking about comment sections, please like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Really trying to get this going. All right, back into Zillow. So if Zillow works for me as a part-time agent, it could work for you also, right? So basically you pay into a zip code, whether it's, you know, $100 a month or whatever it is, and you get leads from that. Now, I'm not going to say all the leads are good leads, but you do get leads from it. And a lot, I would say, out of the ratio for me is 50-50. Out of the calls that I've taken from Zillow, 50% of the calls have been like legit leads, okay, that I've actually closed a deal on. So I would say Zillow is not a bad investment. There are other things out there that you can do, but like I said, for me as a part-time agent with a full-time job, I'm not trying to chase leads. I'm not trying to really go after leads. I'd rather have leads come to me. And yes, I am paying for it, and there are some, I forgot what it was called, but there are some lead generation things that are free, but there's a caveat to those things, and I would really be very wary of the free ones because they kind of hold you down into like certain rules and stuff like that, which to me is like what I got out of it. So I'd rather just do Zillow. I pay for the lead. After I pay for it and that connection is made through Zillow, that lead is mine. I don't owe Zillow any money. The commission is all mine. That's it. So I do recommend you know, to looking into that if you're a part-time agent, and not just Zillow. I mean, Zillow works for me just because I guess I just got it and I kind of work it with my cousin and this and that. But you could look for anything. I'm not trying to promote Zillow because I don't have nothing to do with Zillow. So and then the last thing I will touch on, because this is already at 13 minutes, partner up with agents around your area. I'm not saying that you have to join their firm. I'm not saying that you have to be real partners with them. I'm lucky enough that I have a cousin that is, you know, a little bit south of me in the Bronx, and he does Westchester Bronx, that we could bounce off each other. And then he knows people that he's introduced me to that I can now bounce off of them, you know, things. And then I also have a friend up here by me that's really my wife's friend that I could bounce off of her some stuff. So as real estate agents, we all network together, even though we work for different companies or independent contractors for different companies. We can all still work together, you know, with referrals or anything like that. So just because you're an independent, and like for me, I'm kind of by myself, I could always call my cousin up and say, hey, can you, you know, show this house for me because I got to work like this weekend or something, or can you do this inspection for me because I have prior engagements, or I have another client, you know. So it's good to have a cluster of real estate agents that you can work with. And you know, if you don't know them like my cousin and I, right? If you don't know them like that, you might have to hit them off. You might say, yo, I'll hit you off with a C note or $100, if you do these showings for me today, for the day. You know, it is what it is. You know, if the deal closes, you get a good commission check. You could give up $100 to $200 to an agent that's showing houses for you. Or you say, yo, if you know, you could say to another agent, hey, you know, I have 2 clients. Do you want to help me with this client and do some showings on the weekends for me? I'll give you a referral fee. You know, so there's things that you can do with other clients, even if you work by yourself, that can help you out with your real estate business. I guess that's pretty much it. We're at like 15 minutes here. I try to keep it down and dirty. So if you're in the Westchester, Putnam, Orange, Bronx, Yonkers area, or anywhere from the Bronx up to Putnam, Orange, whatever, however you want to say it, hit me up if you're looking for a home. If you know someone that's looking for a home, you can hit me up too. This is Chris Vega with Vega Home Realties, and it is 7:14 now. I've been doing this video for a while, so it just is what it is. I'm probably gonna cut this out too, but yeah. So that's my take on it. 1 year, my 1 year, and that's it. So I'll make another video, maybe some tips, some more tips. I think this was kind of like tips plus journey in my experience. So maybe the next time I'll just do like tips, or if anyone has any suggestions, hit me up in the comments below. If you have a question for me to ask about anything about real estate, if you're thinking about getting into real estate and you just have a question about it, just hit me up in the comments below. I'll answer you. If I get enough questions about it, maybe I'll do a video answering the questions that I got, right? Some people do that. So that's all I got. So have a good day. Peace out.